Danny Cunningham, ESPN Cleveland. J.B., what did you see from Donovan tonight? Another really impressive game.
I mean, it's the will to win, right? And the ability to take over, at any moment. He was not going to let us lose this game. I thought both ends of the floor, he did a phenomenal job.
And then Kevin had 29 off the bench, made 8 3-pointers. What were you guys able to do to get him so many good looks?
I think it was just reading the game and understanding their coverages, and us figuring out how we can create enough space to get him the ball. When, again, a guy like Donovan or Bird or whoever's handling it, those guys are going to demand some attention. When you put Kevin in the pick and roll with those guys, anytime they put 2 on the ball, Kevin's going to find an open look. And what we did was try to manipulate it so he could get as much space as he could, and we delivered the ball to him and knocked him down.
Marlon right now, Akron Beacon Journal. Did you sense anything after that bad third quarter, like a determination to put it aside, or?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I think we only played one good quarter. It just happened to be the fourth. I don't think, and again, it's our frustrations, our tests, our maturation, putting 48 minutes together. We've shown in spurts what we're capable of. Defensively in particular, you hold a team to 15 points in a quarter, but every other quarter we gave them close to 30 or not more, if not more. So, again, that's something that we just got to continue to focus on. Fortunately, we have the guys that we do, and we were able to do what we did defensively and offensively in the fourth quarter, but we have to be better for 48 minutes.
And the closing lineup, did you just go with the hot hands there, or and Isaac for defense, or? Yeah,
I mean, it was the group, that was getting the job done at the moment, and we're fortunate that we do have depth on this team. We don't have to just depend on one person, and what like we've been talking about it, is what the strength of this team is the team, and it's everybody's opportunity on a given night. We feel confident that they can go out and contribute and help us win. And the other guys, when it's not their night and they take a seat, it's not personal. They want to see the guy who's on the floor be successful because they want the team to be successful. So, there's no griping or anything like that. It's go out and whoever's getting the job done, let's go get the job done and try to win the game.
Spencer Davies, basketballnews.com. You've often said that you don't want to be a team that falls in love with the three. You guys took 50 tonight. Nailed 23 of them, 8 of them each from Kevin, 6 from Dean, who had a career high. As the coaching staff, is it difficult when that actually is the best shot because they are so hot, they have a hot hand, and knowing you guys want to touch the paint usually, but, they got it going.
Well, I mean, and it's what the defense gives us, another type of threes that we get.
Yeah.
Right? The Knicks, when you watch them and you study them, on penetration, they run a ton of bodies to the paint. Can you create the open look and make the right pass? And I thought we made the right pass, the majority of the night tonight. We had some, turnovers, obviously, but I thought for the most part, the threes we took were good looks. They were open. The way our guys have been shooting the three, it's hard to tell them not to take open shots, no matter the number of them. This might be the first time I've ever coached a team that shot 53s, but I think for the most part they were really good ones. You'll take them.
And then branching off of Marla's question, what made you want to reward Isaac down the stretch to keep him in that lineup? Is it more of the defensive activity, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I mean, we knew we had to get stops. The momentum was in our favor, and at that point, he was a big part of that. He was one of the guys that took the challenge, and we know what he's capable of defensively. The offense was rolling. We just needed to continue to get stops, and he's a guy that can impact that end.
Joe Barton, the Athletic. You got another guy socked in the face. How is he?
He's fine. Again, I didn't get a chance. I saw the end of the play. I didn't get a chance to see the whole thing, but he's fine right now.
And then, has Donovan mentioned anything about either playing differently or performing better, or just do you notice anything other than Jersey that's a little different from him this year versus what you saw from him last year?
Yeah, and I don't know all that he was asked to do when he was in Utah. But what I've seen from him is a really complete basketball player. I've seen a guy who's willing to compete on the defensive end at a high level. I've seen a guy who's willing to take challenges on that end of the floor. And I've seen a guy who's been willing over and over again just to make the right pass and make the easy pass, on top of going out and scoring the basketball. So, and again, I could be wrong, and he was in the Western Conference, so I, didn't see him all, but he just seems he's a better complete player than I thought, just in the times that I saw him and wasn't able to dissect him, but being around him every day, there's nothing that he's not capable of doing on the basketball court.
Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com, AJB.
What's up, Chris?
So you had been resting Donovan at times early in the fourth quarter. You did not do that tonight. What made you change that up and go with him basically the entire fourth?
Him. He told me he could go, and where we were at, we needed him to go. So, we tried to use our timeouts wisely to give him a couple blows. We had that extra timeout, so we tried to use it to give him some time to catch his breath. But, he said if we need him, he's going to go. I thought we needed him, so throw him on out there.
Thank you.
Evan Dabber, I'll write down you. But JD, have you ever coached a player who has an offensive motor that's as consistently hot as Donovan's?
I coached James Harden. James is really good also. Obviously their games are different, but the shot making and the creativity, blended with the explosiveness, the ability to see the floor. If there are, 5 or 6 more complete offensive players in our league, I'd be hard pressed to name them all. This dude is elite offensively, and again, I don't know what he can't do on the floor. Maybe we'll see something over time, but since we've had him, you guys have seen it. He's been phenomenal and impressed every one of us every day.
And you said your fourth quarter was the best you guys played. Why not the first? What weren't you a fan of in the first quarter?
I just think, defensively, we didn't get the job done. There were game plan mistakes. We allowed guys to get to the middle of the floor. We allowed guys to play to their strengths. And I thought that was for the first 3 quarters, to be honest with you. We knew what the game plan was, and I thought we did a poor job of executing the game plan.
Thank you.
Okay.